Oh yeah, we need to start off doing the thing that we normally do when we start this game. Hey everybody. That's just one continuous intro. We're not going to cut that. Welcome back to Soulsmates. It is like 100 million degrees right now.
It is so hot.
Minnesota has two temperatures.
No.
It feels a lot like it. We didn't do any leveling up or anything. I have done a little bit of running back and forth. Minnesota has fucking cold and fucking hot.
It does have betweens. We just have the extremes. It's going to rain today at least. Later.
Yeah,
Today.
okay. So it rained yesterday. But the thing with rain yesterday was it rained and thunderstormed, but it was still 80 degrees.
Yeah, but it was like 90 right before it rained. You forget that it was much hotter.
We did switch up our shield.
You did?
Yeah, we went to Dragon.
Oh, yeah, you did.
We also handed in our Estus Flash Shard that I forgot we had gotten, and we did burn a Sublime Bone Dust.
We got upgrades.
So we did that. And we did switch to the Dragon Lake. Who is going to attack us first?
Whoever you go closer to.
A little rusty. Which I'm going to blame it on because I just had not played.
In like a month.
Yeah.
It's like just enough to kill him.
Yeah. The Dragon Lake Shield doing some work. That stability, yo. And we did the thing over here already. So we didn't even need to come up here.
Nope. But it was fun. It was, a great time, but had by all.
Just want that. Oh, okay. Now I'm with where we're at now.
I think that happened last time, the last
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, probably. Maybe I can try not to lose the souls this time. So this day started off with some interesting, I don't know, me trying to let's get back in the groove of things, and we're fighting some sorceresses, and yeah. So they may or may not be here. Unfortunately, they are. Okay. We're just gonna do this.
Yay, iframes.
Yep. And then we just need to fight. I think we just need to fight this dude.
I don't know, go to the left. Creep along the wall. I don't think he's moving. They will still bleed you through that shield.
It's fine. Okay. That's done. Oh, now we can't do our summon here. Who was the summon here anyways? I don't remember.
I was gonna say, there is one way to find out.
It's like,
Stupid ghost.
What the hell attacked me? I thought these things came alive.
I'm pretty sure they did before before Scholar.
So otherwise, how do we...
Can you drop a soul? Like a soul item once?
I don't think so.
Like if you can drop it as close to him as possible. Try using a fading soul here.
Nope. Do you really need to bring the mannequins in here?
Apparently.
Because the big guys won't fit.
Nope. Are you gonna try?
Maybe. We'll see how far he follows. I will follow you. Little sister act for you. Come on, big guy. Can you fit through the door?
Nope. Doesn't mean he won't try.
No. There's no more, like, wall ghosts. Because this seems dumb. Because this would be one improvement that I would not say is an improvement. Oh, you're still there, huh? Oh, wait, do we have the feather yet? When do we get the feather?
It's like one of the last items you actually get.
Do you get it when you go to Dragon Peak?
Yes.
Huh. Dumb. This is a bad mechanic.
There's people complaining about it online too. That it was changed for scholars. It was dumb.
And then we need to run back. Okay.
You won't sacrifice me to that thing.
Don't mind me. So there's a weird audio glitch up here. I don't know if it's an audio glitch per se. I just think it's interesting.
Oh, the
It just like sounds like we're in like a full-on like pool of water.
what's up, Gargi?
Nope. Once again, we jump down here. Like jumping into a pool of water. Okay. How confident am I about this run through here?
Do it. Wait, you didn't go to the bonfire yet.
I know.
Oh yeah, you skipped them on the way in, so yeah. I mean, you have to worry about the door. He just ran.
It's fair. You know what we should do?
Hmm.
We should go to Majula Albangata.
Okay.
We got 14,000 souls. We should probably level up, like...
What, once?
Yeah.
If that?
Bear seeks
Because it's like 10k right now level.
No, it's probably...
Oh, no. You don't even have enough. You're like 17 short, but...
Excuse me. Hang on one second. I just need to use one of these.
Yep.
Bear seek the
Shake my head.
Were you getting antsy about your almost 15,000 souls
Yes.
before?
Yes, I was.
Which is odd, because you never got antsy about it before.
Yeah, well.
So now you have to worry about what the hell you're doing. Yeah, do faith. Go for it.
Okay. I feel better now. I haven't gotten into the Dark Souls mindset yet, okay?
Of the it's okay to lose souls.
Yeah.
It's just part of the game.
Yeah. I did the dumb thing and bought the Assassin's Creed expansions.
Why is that the dumb thing?
I mean, it's not, but now I just want to go play Assassin's Creed. Especially after that reveal trailer from E3.
Bye.
I think now, though, it's controlled by the lever.
Yeah. Now you can pull it down. It's true. You could probably go up on the ladder too, but
That's right. That's like the longest.
yep.
Yep. So, anyways, the Assassin's Creed trailer at E3 was pretty good. I'm excited.
So you're all up to date on like the theories and
Yes, this Assassin's Creed will probably be about the origins of the Templars, is the current running theory, because Assassin's Creed Origins is the birth of the Assassins, and the Templar-esque order is already in place by that point in time. So the question that I would have is, do our main characters, are they the founders of the Templars, or are they... I don't know.
or are they the force that creates them?
Yes.
Because balance.
Yes. We'll see. The spear handle, which when I first watched it, I thought was going to be the Spear of Destiny.
Yeah.
It's the Spear of Leonidas.
Oh.
Somebody just got murdered in my apartment complex, apparently.
Some children got murdered with water, probably,
Yeah, probably.
because it's that kind of time of year.
Yeah.
Time of year.
So yeah, but no, it's the Spear of Leonidas, because it's 400 years BCE. So it can't be the Spear of Destiny. So
Because time travel's not invented yet.
yeah, pretty much. It's fucking creepy.
Right?
So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to be able to choose between the guy and the girl. I will probably choose the girl because all of the stuff that everyone's talking about the guy, he just seems not cool. That and every time they give me a chance to play a girl in an Assassin's Creed game, the girl usually ends up being a better character.
So far.
So
Although there hasn't been many.
there's the ones from the PSP games.
And Syndicate.
And Syndicate, which Evie Fry, there's a reason why I have a pop of Evie and not a pop of Jacob.
Because she's better looking?
She's just cooler in every way, shape, and form. Like, just a cooler character.
And apparently you can romance whoever you want.
Yeah, it's exciting. especially in an Assassin's Creed game, because that's weird. The other big thing is apparently this one's supposed to be way more.
Actually, that's been kind of the thing with E3 is like every game that includes any kind of romance, it's like, hey, guess what? You can romance whoever. It doesn't matter.
Because
It's like, that's okay, that's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's like, does that mean you can try to romance whoever you want, but there are people who have preferences because it's trying to mimic real life that way, or is it just everybody's fluid? Doesn't matter.
Can we just make it like Saints Row 4?
What was Saints Row 4?
You could
Actually,
just.
I don't remember Saints Row 4 at all.
Saints Row 4. You could just sleep with whoever.
Well, yeah. I mean, that makes...
Saints Row 4 was the one that took place in the alien spaceship world.
Yep.
But when you'd come back and you would, Jiminy Christmas, Darth Maul.
More than one. These guys are the ones that were like, oh, you have no freaking stamina.
Okay, now that you've leashed, yeah, like you could just come back to the ship and just screw anybody you wanted to.
Well, yeah, because at that point it's like, oh, it's a simulation.
No, this was like not the simulation part. This was like the you
Oh.
leave the simulation, go back
Yeah,
to the ship.
okay.
And,
That ship.
yeah.
I don't remember that part. I also didn't play a lot of Saints Row 4. But yeah, I do remember that being hailed as like, this is great, because, I mean,
Well, it was also just like incredibly straightforward. Like the president of the United States, or the president of the United States, the leader of the Saints, it just comes back and be like, "You want to fuck?"
he just completely broke your guard.
Yep.
You're gonna do something about that?
We're working on it.
You're just gonna take the hit, apparently.
I don't have any stamina to hit back with, so we're still getting used to playing the game. My brain in the like, oh, I've got an axe, all like God of War, and be like, blah, just throw the axe.
Yeah, that was one thing I liked about Dragon Age Inquisition, though, is that your character could be whatever you wanted it, but the other characters had preferences. So it just made,
You ready for a boss fight?
yeah, you're just gonna go in against this fugly fool. The real question is, are you gonna get his armor?
Like, on purpose?
Yeah.
No.
Can't do damage through his shield. Sorry.
I didn't think about like actual like the fact that she wasn't actually there, and so that it would count as the shield hit buff.
There's some spells. That wasn't the one I'm thinking of. Maybe he doesn't do that until after he gets like under half or something.
Yeah, I was expecting not that one.
I mean, so far I've been wondering, like, what the hell? Where are your... You normally cast some crazy shit and make this pain in the ass. There's one. Beat him up. If he's gonna make your life difficult, make his life difficult first.
Had to be forlorn.
And of course, he doesn't get hurt by the Looking Glass Knight.
Ow.
There.
So the question is, if I killed the Looking Glass Knight, does his summon go away?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. we're kind of to the point in Dark Souls 2 where I just have been like, I'm done with this game. And I don't tend to get here a lot.
I mean, we're only... Oh, this is episode 19.
Okay, I guess we have to deal with it. He said as if that was actually going to be a problem.
Mano a mano. That's some decent lightning resist on that shield.
Ow. You know it doesn't have a lot of physical resist? My face.
You should fix that. Get yourself a really nice grill. And help protect those teeth.
Like T-Pain?
Yeah.
Or,
Oh, summoning some more. Hey,
well, that answered that
it
question.
yeah, it kills the summon as well.
Yep. Okay, cool. Oh, we even get the souls for that. It's great. Oh,
the summon
man,
gave
I
you
just
souls.
remembered where
Oh.
we have to go now, and I
The
got
other way.
really depressed.
Yeah, we have to go down.
Yeah. Down, down, baby.
Sure.
Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa puff.
Uh-huh. Keep going. Go
Shimmy,
for it.
Shimmy, shimmy, rye.
Mm-hmm.
Light 'em up, take
All right.
a puff.
That thing.
Listen to me now.
So, E3.
Yeah.
E3 was a thing
It was
this year.
It was the thing. Did you see that Microsoft's press conference was the most watched Twitch video of all time, or had the most Twitch viewers of all time?
Yeah, makes me wonder if it broke any records on Mixer.
I mean, probably. It's a shame because like the little bit I have used a Mixer, I actually really like Mixer. There's just nobody there.
I mean, that's the problem, is they built a great platform, but they don't have the viewership there. They have some viewership. They probably have enough to make it worthwhile. But
Microsoft does their like weekly show from like Inside Xbox is broadcast live from Mixer every week.
I mean, they're not going to broadcast it on Twitch.
No. One Jeff Gersman was on the Microsoft live or Mixer live stream during E3 week. Just kind of hung out for a while and did the Jeff Gersman thing.
I mean, that just seems the kind of thing that happens at E3 is like
Yeah.
all the media and game folks kind of like hang out and talk about video games.
So yeah, it was interesting. A lot of the polls and stuff been going around. Not that I subscribe or prescribe to the idea of like who won E3, because who the fuck cares. But like a lot of the polls going around this year, like Microsoft. I don't know if that's because the other two were just so shitty.
Microsoft did really well. Ubisoft did surprisingly well.
Ubisoft
fucking weird as always, but did well.
was it's like Ubisoft, please don't ever change.
It was a Ubisoft ass Ubisoft
Right.
conference. The dancing pandas.
I was watching.
My favorite part about that was like dancing pandas. Let's not talk about it. Move on. Just
A lot of people like the top 10 lists are coming out of like worst moments of E3, and like Ubisoft's opening, like let them have their fun, man. Like they're like
I need that every year. I need Just Dance every year just
be
because
as
E3.
goofy as a lot of people complaining about the musical acts. I'm like, yeah, maybe no.
Well, I mean,
no.
some of them like don't make any sense. Like Bethesda, or no?
No, Bethesda's make the most amount of sense because
Yeah, Bethesda's made sense. It was Ubisoft. Now, who did Andrew WK?
That was Bethesda.
That was Bethesda.
Yes.
Yeah, that. I mean, okay, there was the tie-in to Rage
Yeah.
because Andrew WK is voicing in it, but
Well, like,
that was.
well, it's not even he's voicing it. He's like, that's the theme song for the game.
Yeah, but still,
I mean, yeah, it was weird.
it was.
I will give you that. The Grant Kirkhope at Ubisoft was interesting, with the critical hits. That was the live thing during the Ubisoft press conference.
I liked the SquareSoft, the music during that.
Squaresoft didn't have live music.
Did they? Yeah, they did, didn't they?
No,
They had what's his name?
no,
What conference was that during then?
Sony.
Oh, that was Sony. Okay. No,
I'd say Squaresoft's press conference was about 30 minutes long.
that's right. It was just videos.
And it was just
They
videos.
didn't have any in betweens.
And they didn't really talk about anything.
Yep. No, I actually kind of liked that.
I did not.
They like had everything else just shown at like other pressers.
Trixie Rabbits. Trixie Hobbitses. Yeah, I mean, it was overall like a weird E3. Microsoft's press conference showing like the amount of stuff that they did was kind of cool. I think as neat as Sony's thing was with the whole like immersion into the Last of Us like space, that could have gone better.
I think that was like the only thing they had to show was Last of Us 2. Like
Well-
that was worthwhile at least.
Well, I think that Spider-Man looks pretty worthwhile, but
Yeah, but that was shown off elsewhere. No, it wasn't. Not the whole thing, but like we knew that was kind of like coming.
yeah, but
And-
like actually seeing that game is like, yeah, I'm ready for some Spider-Man.
Yeah, like the whole like presentation of everything though, like kind of like threw me. 'Cause I
Yeah.
really hated how they did it.
Yeah, their biggest problem was like, hey, because of the way this is set up, we now have to waste 15 minutes between while we move the game people to the next location, which thankfully they did not do it. A lot of people were like, oh, they're gonna have different. So they were on a soundstage, and a lot of people were like, oh, they're gonna do this like 4 different. Shit. I mean, they're showing 4 different games. So we're gonna do 4 different sound stages and 4 different like stages, and thank God they didn't do that. Because holy crap, that would have taken forever.
We knew you were coming. And stop singing. We are Milfanito. We are here to sing to those bound by death and dark. We will sing here forever, as we always have, from long, long ago. We know nothing of the world outside. And why should we? For we will never leave.
Oh, no.
Look at you blocking the strike so that she doesn't get killed.
I heard the splash. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Do you seek King Vendrick? But what is a king, after all? We know nothing of the world outside, for we will never leave here. When we sing, the little ones dance.
Holy crap. Exposition.
The little ones grant comfort to those who bear death and dark. This is what we... Is there anything wrong? Perhaps this will help. This is all that we can do.
Thank you. Forgot there's a cursed pot on the outside of the wall. So yeah, it was
Curse Pot didn't forget. No, I mean it was a great E3. It's very surprising by how many things are coming out, in like
February of next year.
quarter one.
Q1 2019, busiest like time. Like a bunch of people looked and was like, "Fuck, we should not release in September. That's gonna be bad for everybody involved." And somehow everyone managed to pick the same day in February. So yeah, so yeah, lots of cool stuff. Was not expecting to see Neo, like a Neo 2 announcement yet.
Right.
I mean, Neo's fucking great, so I'm excited about that. Ghosts of Ghosts of Sakura, Ghosts of Onimusha. I don't know.
Ghosts of Onimusha, huh? I mean, it is like samurai.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Onimusha is not just samurai.
Yes.
I mean,
It's true.
Onimusha's shtick is in its title.
Huh?
Onimusha deals with Oni.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
guess because technically it's pronounced Onimusha.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
But it's Ghosts of Tsushima.
yes, that game looks rad.
Yeah, no, that looks pretty good. What also looks good is Sekiro?
Sekiro.
Sekiro?
Shadows Die Twice,
Yes.
which is the new FromSoft game.
Oh, you disturbed them. So, by the time we get through Soulsmates, that game might be released.
Yeah. Is
You
there
don't-
anything in there? There's some
There's
chests.
stuff, yes. Look at you using your head and stuff.
Yeah. So, I wasn't gonna get to Sekiro right away, but I figured we could.
I figured we were on the
we were on track.
tangent
We were going to talk,
of you know, samurai and
but we could have talked about Devil May Cry, which looks rad.
but that's not samurai.
It's fine. I was gonna say the best for last, Midge. So yeah, Shadows Die Twice. That game looks cool. A lot of people were concerned about that it's being published by Activision, and I mean, to be fair, they are the spawn of Satan, so I could see why.
I mean, currently they are, because EA is, well, God, their press conference was cringeworthy.
Yes.
But EA is currently listening to their community.
And like
The
new Battlefield. No.
Battlefield 5 is going to be, I mean, so far everything announced about it is, okay, yes, please sign me up. Although, like, gamers are showing their true colors and being the sexist pigs they are, because they're upset that women are in their Battlefield game.
Yeah, that has been its own like weird thing.
Like,
I mean,
Jesus Christ, people. But the fact that, like, they're not going to divide their community, everyone gets the maps, I mean, which is great. That's always been a problem with Battlefield games in the past, is that, like, oh, if I didn't buy the maps and my friends are playing. I mean, they tried to alleviate that a bit with Battlefield 1 by, like, oh, if you have premium and your friends play with you, they get the benefits of premium
yeah.
as well, which helps. So they're not going to divide their community. Everyone's going to be basically playing on the same maps.
Yep.
They're all free,
They're probably gonna do cosmetics.
probably. Which, I mean,
Whatever.
at this point, go for it, please do. And then, like, Activision, it's like, oh yeah, Call of Duty, we're not releasing the maps to be purchased. You have to buy everything via the battle pass, the season pass thing.
Mhm.
Otherwise you can't get any of the extra stuff, which is probably the worst plan. And then like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Uh,
it's not. They've been pulling these shenanigans for a while now.
so yeah, we'll
Destiny 2 as well had similar shit going on.
but basically, when it comes to Sekiro, anyway, if you didn't watch the press conference or anything, which is understandable because not everyone's super big gaming nerds yet.
And nope, not everyone wants to sit and watch like these press conferences for like an hour.
Yeah, Sekiro is the next FromSoft game. It is being published by Activision, internationally. That's what Activision's doing on this thing. It is being fully self-published by FromSoft in Japan, and FromSoft is retaining all creative decisions and have stated there will be no DLC or like loot boxes or anything like that. So,
Which is good.
so if you really want to like dig deep into it, we could probably do that. But I would recommend. I mean, if you're a fan of Dark Souls, you're probably familiar with Epic Name Bro. He has 2 giant videos about talking one's like a 35-minute, one's like a 42-minute talking about the trailer, and like after like a bunch of the people came out of the demos, like talking about what that game is and like all the other stuff that goes with it. So he has a lot of health.
Yep.
Oh, no. Can we disasmart him?
I don't think you can kick him. Like, I don't think it moves him at all.
And I think for me, the star of the show, like Sekiro looks cool, and I cannot wait to play that game. But fucking Cyberpunk.
See, I was gonna say Cyberpunk for last, but a few
I don't
more
really know what to talk about at this point in
a
time.
few more details on Sekiro is, it definitely has a bit more like Bloodborne-y type feel, because you get like a prosthetic that can switch up into different like weapons and tools.
Yep.
For combat. The combat does look a lot like Dark Souls.
But the prosthetic will actually like augment what your attacks and stuff are.
Yes. Additionally, FromSoft is working on another game with Sony. It's a VR title. I
Yeah.
can't remember the name of that.
Hard to pronounce. The bigger deal with that one that everyone's come out is that like apparently Miyazaki is super into like girl manga, and apparently it is supposed to be along those lines. I don't know what that means.
Well, it's an adventure
Yeah.
game essentially,
a
a
VR.
VR adventure.
And since-
Deracine.
Yeah, sure.
That's the name.
So the big takeaway with all this from FromSoft, and you're watching a Dark Souls video, so I assume that you hear about Dark Souls news. Some of the stuff that did come out with it as well is that Sekiro will not have RPG elements like Dark Souls does. There'll be no leveling up. There'll be no changing armor.
Yeah, it'll be
It's a-
more like Zelda.
It's a set character. All that jazz. But one of the bigger things that kind of did come out of that is that in some interviews with IGN, Miyazaki-san did come out and say like, we're not done with Souls. We're just taking a break. So
Wait, what was the third game that FromSoft announced?
I don't think they did. Don't mind me. I need to hide for 2 seconds.
So they announced Sekiro,
Yeah.
Deracine,
And
I don't know. I was just reading an article, and he said that they had three games they announced at E3. Oh, and in case you're curious, Sekiro is not like Soulsborne at all.
No, it is. There's some like death mechanic stuff, which has more to do with like the fact of ninjas.
Yeah, something about you don't die.
And you can like choose to pop up after you've died. It's like a special ability thing. I don't know. It looks cool. It definitely looks rad. And I'm excited to see what else that thing can do. After playing God of War, like the Soulsborne combat is beginning to feel stale. So I'm excited to see what FromSoft can do without being tied to the Soulsborne like combat system. Because really, like, Bloodborne wasn't, like, that much different than Dark Souls at the end of the day. And I may be saying something entirely different once we get to once we get to Bloodborne.
Forbes, what do you have that no one else has?
Money.
Well,
Oh, is Forbes saying that they announced 3 games?
apparently.
Oh crap, there's 2 of them.
Oh, Metal Wolf Chaos. It's getting a remaster by Devolver.
Ah. I don't know that game.
It is a crazy 2004 mecha game, and it's getting remastered and a Western release because it wasn't released in North America before.
We're in Sketchiesville. I don't even know why I'm over here.
Wait a minute. It was released? It was originally released on the original Xbox,
Huh.
but it was an Eastern release only. Only Asia.
There was a lot of that in the original days of the original Xbox.
Yeah, it'll be released on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. I totally missed that.
Huh.
Yeah, it'll be Metal Wolf Chaos XD.
Wonder if that was at the PC
And
Gamer show.
like it wasn't. I did watch that. I mean, I'm totally cool with a fucking giant mech game coming, out of From's back pocket, basically. I'm guessing they're not really doing much work on it if Devolver's doing the remaster.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the giant mech game everyone wants from FromSoft, where we know they're working on. We just...
Yep, and they're apparently also working on a Game of Thrones game.
Excuse me, what?
Yep. That was one of the games that Forbes thought they were going to be announcing, but they didn't announce that, so they're like, oh, it might be announced at Tokyo Game Show instead. Because there's some sort of partnership going on there. They just don't know what so far.
So yeah.
I mean, they could just be publishing.
Well, FromSoft really isn't big enough to publish themselves outside of Japan.
Right, but they are set up to do publishing.
Yes.
So they could publish for other studios.
They probably could, but the big deal is that they just don't have like the capital to do it outside of Japan.
I mean, they might now.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, if they have the capital to publish outside of Japan, why would they need Activision to publish Sekiro?
It might also because Sekiro falls too close to Tenchu, so they need their blessing. It could also be because they already agreed to do publishing for one game. They can't do multiple games. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, then that was some big speculations. Like, okay, so they are doing their self-publishing in Japan. So that's, cool.
This marketing costs so much damn money.
Yeah. So there was also some thought maybe that Activision, maybe we need to roll. Oh, son of a bitch.
And yet you still got caught.
Oh, I got caught by I didn't even see the person behind me. I hate Shrine. I was gonna avoid the bitching about Shrine. I really was trying to.
I'm trying to distract you. Hey, we could talk about Cyberpunk if you want.
We could talk about Cyberpunk.
That was a gritty, amazing, dystopian, crazy fucking trailer.
So the thing that's actually like the crazy thing to me about that trailer, it's a tonal piece, right? Because there's no gameplay in it.
Right.
So it's for sure 100% like, here's the tone of our game. We got to see something we don't normally get to see from Cyberpunk games. We got to see like the Cyberpunk future in the daytime.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, like that to me that was like one of the most startling things about the trailer. I was like, wait a second. This is Cyberpunk. We're not supposed to be outside during the day. We're only supposed to see this at night with all the neon and shit.
But they're promising like a very gritty, very kind of like realistic when it comes to video games set in the future, like video game. There's going to be blood, sex, and rock and roll essentially. They're not holding back when it comes to if you want to go sleep with anybody, you can go sleep with anybody. If you want to,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the similar vein to like Witcher has been always. Like if you want to go to like find a prostitute, you're more than welcome to. But if you want to like rip someone apart, apparently you're also able to do that. So it's also very ambitious because it's going to be a bigger game than The Witcher 3 was.
A bunch of people are also like thoroughly upset because it's going to be a first-person game, and
which is like whatever, honestly. It's like just make sure that it plays well, because like everyone has no complaints about how like Skyrim and Fallout are first-person RPGs as well.
yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for Cyberpunk. I think then the other big news thing to come out of E3 is like all of the Microsoft acquisitions. Like,
Yeah, that was some of those were expected.
like a lot of people were like, "Oh, I didn't know that they didn't own Playground already."
Yep, that was a little surprising, but the fact that they now own them is not surprising. I think it's more surprising that they announced all that at E3, personally. That seems like something like you would just announce in like an earnings report or something.
Yeah, it was also a little strange. Like, yeah, we didn't like a lot of that didn't like. There's some rumor. Apparently, there were some studios that people, which I haven't gone and read about, because when I was watching the press conference, they're like, "Oh, they're announcing the studios," and everyone had a thought. Like when they announced the 5 studios, everyone's like, none of those studios were studios that they were like, oh, that were like the rumored studios they were buying. So I'd be interested to know. They announced that Playground not just is working on Forza Horizon, but is also working on another unannounced game, which is Fable, basically. I mean, that's the worst kept secret in the games industry right now, is that Playground Games is more than likely working on the next Fable. So.
Which I am happy for. Because, dear God, for some odd reason, like, I've wanted to play a Fable game It's just for some reason that style of game is, yes, it's another action RPG, but it's got its own kind of charm, its own kind of like world.
Nothing quite plays or is like Fable is the thing. Like,
Like, I
sense
think,
the sense of like, as weird and stupid as the sense of humor is, like the armor and like just the way that game looks and feels, nothing is quite like that.
I think Kingdom of Amalur was kind of,
Yeah, like Kingdom of Amalur was like a Fable Skyrim mix, and I wish it was more Fable than Skyrim.
yeah, it definitely was like probably the closest game to Fable
Yeah.
out of like any other game that was tried to. I mean, I guess they didn't really try to be like Fable. They tried to do their own thing per se, but
I don't know what that lady just did, but I don't
she
like
tried
it.
to heal him.
Oh. Okay. Well, he's dead, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
Run. Just say screw it. Run past him. There should be a bonfire in here.
This isn't just the boss fight?
No, there's another bonfire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in that alcove over there.
Alright, this is the acid, folks.
This is the break your shit, folks.
Yeah.
Just go to the bonfire.
The one thing that, like, a lot of people were upset about... I was reading some blogs. And people were livid about the Ninja Theory purchase.
Right?
Yeah. I was like, what? And it's like, oh, that's right, because I guess, like, Ninja Theory is like, oh, we're always going to remain, you know, we like being our independent selves and all that jazz.
Yeah. For those who aren't in the know, it's Ninja Theory, Playground Games, Undead Labs, and Compulsion Games.
Compulsion Games is a new studio? They announced one new studio. They announced 5 studios. Because there's a Santa Monica studio, which is like the Initiative.
Let's see here. Yeah, these were the studios that they purchased.
Yeah, and then they
And
started.
then they started a new. Oh, the venture with all the studios is called the Initiative.
No, I'm fairly certain there's a new because they announced 5 studios.
The new studios will all be housed beneath the Microsoft Studios brand. Oh, alongside a new venture called the Initiative.
Yeah.
Compulsion Games makes We Happy Few,
Oh, that's right. And
which I was happy to see the changes.
yeah, apparently it's gonna be more Bioshocky.
Yeah, great. That's exactly where it felt like it was going in the beginning, and then they were like, "Oh, it's a survival game." What? It's like, oh yeah, after this little bit of like story and play, like for the first part of the game, then you're out in the open where you have to like survive and you know, get by and wait, that's okay, all right. It was not.
If you get a chance to,
It was not set up well.
I highly recommend that anyone goes and watches the along that lines, because the Jesus, that game is going to still come out on PS4 because a lot of people were concerned about that.
Oh, We Happy Few?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's going on basically everything.
yeah, and like that part's not changing. Like the Phil Spencer talk with Jeff Gerstmann on Giant Bomb is really good because he talks about like buying all the studios and all that jazz.
And then, for the curious, Undead Labs does games like State of Decay.
They did anything else?
Good question. Because I know they did State of Decay 1 and 2. I think 1 was their first game.
I started playing State of Decay 2. And that's a game.
I like State of Decay, the first one. The second one is it's very much more of this the first, but it feels like they just focus on like making co-op and not a lot of content. Because there's literally just not a lot of content. They did a mobile game called Moonrise.
Sounds weirdly familiar. I don't know why. We're gonna die. Don't mind me. Phantom Pixels.
But between that and State of Decay, that's it.
Yep. Let's call there an episode. Explore to the boss. Make a boss run next episode.
Yeah, we can do that.
Do that. We'll probably talk more E3 next episode because we're gonna be sitting here on the couch still. We're almost to a shrine. Almost. That'll be a happy day. See you next time, everybody.